Happy Life, Chapter 58. Be compassionate towards the weak. Lend them a helping hand in every situation. In addition to their physical frailties, they are shy and dependent, for they are fully aware of being energy depleted. Help them with a kindly smile of friendship and your promise of silent support. Treat them in a way that makes them feel secure. Put yourself in their shoes and offer them what you would like to receive if you were in their situation. So today's message talks about compassion towards the weak. It's important, and I think it's relevant to remember that today we might feel and consider ourselves to be strong, to be powerful, to be able, but frailty is something that is in line for each one of us, most all of us, unless we end up dying while still strong. But the majority of us will experience some sort of frailty, weakness, vulnerability, certainly physical limitations, and what comes with that scenario a lot of time is loss of dependency, which is in power, which is very, very distressing, very difficult, especially for us humans. We want to be in power, we want to be in control of our lives, we want to be, there's a high value attribute to being able to do things, to produce things, to be productive. And therefore, when we enter a stage of our lives where we are no longer able to perhaps take care of ourselves, we depend on others a little bit more, we don't have the same power and the same control, it can be very distressing, very challenging, very difficult. It's an exercise that requires humility, and also it's a great opportunity when frailty hits for us to get in touch with what's truly essential in our value as human beings, not because of what we do, but because of who we are. Now, that being said, and put it aside, how do we treat those folks, right? Lend them a helping hand in every situation. And so Joanna talks about frailty, dependency, right? And also energy depletion, just like not having that same drive anymore to do things the way we used to do. How can we help? With a kind smile, friendship, silent support. Sometimes they don't need preaching, they don't need for us to be saying things, but just like sit silently and be there for someone who is in need, giving them security, treating them with dignity. That is always very important, trying to be respectful, trying to remember that the person who is in front of you and is temporarily frail is someone who has a story full of life, full of events, full of meaning, full of contributions. And so it's not only that what you see in the present moment, but there's so much about any individual for that matter that we don't see, and that's also part of who they are. So that's why she recommends that we put ourselves in this person's shoes, right? And if we were in that position, how we would like to be treated, what kind of treatment we would like to receive. So what comes to my mind is elderly individuals in frailty. But there are many people who will consider, who will see, will judge, and will treat as weak. And how are we treating those folks, right? There is physical weakness, but there's emotional weakness, there's frailties of all types. So putting yourself in someone's shoes is always a good way of remembering and using that as a guideline on how we should behave and treat others. And why is that important for a happy life? Because again, one day it might be us, and life responds to what we give to life. We give love, we get love back. We give positivity, care, compassion, we get that back. The more we give, the more we receive. The more we give, the more we understand and recognize that we actually are an abundance of love and an abundance of virtues that can actually be mobilized in favor of others, in favor of ourselves, in favor of a better society and a better world. So let's just do that.